Hey everyone, thank you for tuning back into my channel. My name is Sabrina and this is Traveling While Black. Sorry it's been so long. I've been really caught up working, traveling, life. So this is a recap video just to share my experiences with my hair while here in Australia. For those of you who don't know, I had braids when I first came here. Now I just have my natural hair, but I was so ready to take out my braids and got rid of them like as soon as possible because it was such a huge topic of discussion here and it made me really uncomfortable. So I don't know any other Black women who have had this issue here, but a lot of strangers would choose to approach me on the street and ask me about my hair, which is great because you're trying to learn about another person's culture and trying to educate yourself. But when you're doing this, make sure that you come up to a person the correct way and speak to them with respect, and you're just generally polite and things like that. So this doesn't really happen to me at home because I guess braids are kind of the norm for most African American women and just people that are traveling throughout America, or I guess people don't care. I don't know. I've only had one instance that I can remember that somebody actually asked me about my hair, and here it was a weekly basis. I would have at least one person ask me about my hair, and most of these people were the elderly white women and then some Indian guys at work. But it just made me really uncomfortable and really self-conscious because to me this is something normal that I do. It's just another hairstyle, it's another day, but for these people it was exotic and I felt like I was an object at a petting zoo. And if you look back into American history, British history, European history, it all goes back to Africans being seen as animals and being treated as objects, and even being put in zoos, human zoos. And I don't even want to compare my experience to that, but just being seen and having people approach me just for that reason, just to ask me about my hair like I was some kind of foreign entity, and it just made me really uncomfortable, especially because a lot of people didn't ask the correct questions in the right manner. The first person that actually asked me about my hair was on our trip to Tasmania, and I wasn't even gonna answer her. My boyfriend was the one answering questions that she had about my hair. The typical questions are, how long does it take to do it? Is that your real hair? Do you have to braid it every single day? And just things along those lines, which is great because they're trying to educate themselves, like I said before. But I don't know what it is. I feel like you should ask someone that you feel comfortable with, not a stranger off the street. These are not people that I've known for years or even a day. These are strangers from the street that felt like it was okay to go up and ask me things like this and ask if they could touch my hair. No, this is not a petting zoo. You can't touch my hair. That's another topic, but it just, the way people were seeing me through my hair made me really, really self-conscious and really uncomfortable with it. So I'm not gonna not get braids again if I decide to come back here, but I'll just be more prepared, I guess. But I'm not a spokesperson, and I don't feel comfortable enough to talk to strangers about what I do, and I shouldn't have to either, because that's not a normal thing that people do with their friends, you know? Well, not even with their friends, because they were all strangers, you know? But it's cool if you ask someone to, like, about their shoes, compliment them and stuff, but this is my hair, it's a part of my body, it's a part of me, so it's kind of off limits, you know? Just make sure if you are trying to do something like this, be polite. I had one lady, I just knew it was going south because she was standing way too close to me, and I don't like people in my space like that. But after she was like right here, yeah, really close, she was like, hey, hi, excuse me, you're kind of people. How do you guys get your hair like that? How do you do it? And that's all I have to say. Yeah. So if you do decide to come here and you have braids, be prepared for the waves and the waves of questions and people trying to gawk at you from a distance until an old lady is brave enough to go up and ask you. Guys, I've been trying to film this like forever. I've just been getting so upset every time I do it. Thanks for listening to me rant and ramble on. And I guess on that note, it's over. Good night.